Metal Up World, this is CJ with CJOrtiz.com and MetzelMotivation.com. This is the first of a new 5-message series I'm doing entitled Dare to Pursue Your Dreams. Now, this is all being shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, which is something I would dig it if you became a part of. It's easy to do, very inexpensive. You can get more information at the link below, MetzelMotivation.com/Life Domination Coaching. But all this week, I'm talking about dare to pursue your dreams. Now, anybody, obviously, who's talking about anything motivation related is going to talk about dreams. We say dreams so much that I think we kind of lose touch of what the actual meaning is. Sometimes when I post things online about dreams, people think I'm talking about literally dreaming while you're asleep. I'm not talking about those kind of dreams. I'm talking about the dreams that you have, not daydreams necessarily, but the dreams of your heart, your goals, your aspirations. And it's going to be really important that we really define that, because we get confused about what it is that we truly want. And when I say confused, I mean we lose sight of the fact that our dreams are speaking to us for a reason. That there's a reason why you've had dreams for so long. There's a reason why that these things have a tormenting voice, so to speak. There's a reason why there's something inside you that's beckoning you to something greater, something that's daring you to pursue, but you find 1,000,001 reasons not to do it. And they may be noble reasons. You may have justified a whole lot about why you haven't stepped out on a lot of your dreams, but I'm here to tell you, man, there's a reason why those dreams are calling you. There's a reason why you have those desires. There's a reason why these aspirations are aching on the inside of you. So, man, I want to stir that up in you. I want you to get agitated. I want you to get a little bit frustrated. Yeah, even with me. Like to say, CJ, who are you to come in and start meddling with my life? Who are you to turn on this camera, get online, and appoint yourself to be someone who's going to mess with my life? Well, it's needed. I need it in my own life. There are people who invade my space, and for my benefit, they speak into my life, and they help me to stir up. They help me to be reminded of why I'm in this fight, why I do what I do, why I have the goals that I have, why I'm going after what I'm going after. I need those people in my life. The objective here is to get us to answer the call to our dreams with some daring pursuit. That's my objective. I want you to answer the call to your dreams with daring pursuit. You might say, CJ, I am too old for my dreams. It depends on what your dreams are. It depends on what your goals are. It depends on what your aspirations are. There might be some form of it that you can still live out. It may not be what you thought it would be 20 years ago, but there's a version of something that you can still live out. Or maybe that very same thing that you wanted to do can be expressed in another way. Now, that happened to me personally, when for years I existed within spiritual communities. And, you know, a lot of these communities were a little top-down heavy, in other words, a bit authoritarian. And so I ended up spending a lot of my life trying to find my true expression through those communities and reaching those type of audiences, only to find out that I was banging against a cold, dead door. So what did I do? Did I throw in the towel? No, I took another route. I looked to find another way in. And so I looked at my giftings. I looked at the things that I always wanted to do. And I said, you know what? There's another way for me to express this. And that's what I'm doing today. That's what things like Metal Motivation are all about. It's saying, you know what, I'm going to look at my gifts. I'm going to look at my abilities. I'm going to look at what my goals and aspirations and dreams are. And I'm going to reach out to somebody new. I'm going to go try to find something different. And I'm going to do it without the control of all of these other communities or institutions or people that used to be in my life. You know what I mean? So I chose something different. I chose an alternate course. And so I'm living out and still continuing to pursue my dream. It's just going about it a different way. So I want to encourage you in that, man, that you are not out of this. There is still opportunity for your dreams. There's still opportunity for you to live out your gifts, your callings. And this is going to make more sense as we get into it. And you're going to see how it will apply to you to some degree. The problem that we have is that people don't believe they can achieve their dreams because of the way they view themselves, because of the way they view the world, and that people are oftentimes too attached to what's familiar. That's why people don't step out. They don't believe that they can achieve their dreams. And the reason why they don't believe that they can achieve their dreams is because of, number one, the way they view themselves. They're defeated in their own minds. They don't have the confidence or whatever. And number two, it's because they don't believe that the resources are available in the world. They don't believe that it's good for someone else, not good for them. They're not going to have access to anything. Nobody's going to help them out. Nobody's going to invest in them. So what's the point? They don't believe in themselves, and they don't believe in the resources of the world. And people then end up getting way too attached to what's familiar to them. And that may be where you are, where you're like, man, why risk it? I like where I am in life. Why risk it? There's an old quote by a gentleman who said, "One does not discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore for a very long time." I'll read that again. One doesn't discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. So think about the old explorers who would venture off to discover new lands, not knowing where they were going in that deep black ocean. They would not have discovered those lands if they did not consent that they are going to lose sight of that all too familiar shore that they grew up on for a very long time. We get very attached to the familiar. We get emotionally attached to it. It's a form of security for us. And so we don't want to put that at risk. But if you're going to venture out and you're going to pursue your dreams, you're going to have to be willing to leave that shore. You're going to have to be willing to do some things that are very uncomfortable. An old friend of mine used to say, you got to do something you hate in order to create something you love. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying leave your family, man. If you're raising kids, whether you are a man or woman, I'm not saying leave your family to go pursue your dreams. Not that kind of stuff. I'm not suggesting that. There's a way to do this where it's not going to cost you that sort of price. You shouldn't have to do that. If it's a genuine dream, if it's for real, if it's aligned with your goals, if it's aligned with your gifts, talents, abilities, if it's aligned with your character, it doesn't break any sort of laws, then you should be able to pursue your dreams without sacrificing the people that you care about or things that you don't necessarily want to lose. So, you got to keep this in context and not go too crazy. Because I've had some people who've listened to me on some of my videos and they've done that. They've misinterpreted something that I said. Next thing you know, they quit their job, which I never would advise anybody to do that. If you've got a desire or a dream to have your own business, don't quit your job. Do like I did. You keep one thing going and then you do something else part-time. You work it part-time until it gets to the place where it can replace maybe that full-time income. Don't just run off and do that sort of stuff. That's way too, that's not the kind of risk I'm talking about. And the older you get, man, the more serious you got to take these things. So keep this all in balance. But your dreams are going to be a dare. Your dreams are going to be a challenge, but your dreams are going to be an invitation and a dare and a challenge to something greater. So don't be afraid of what tomorrow may hold if you are the one who's working to create that tomorrow. Can you dig that? I hope you can. So I'd love to have you join me all this week as I do it with each week's video series. These are, again, all from my Life Domination coaching group. I always show the first episode for free right here on the interwebs for you to check out. I just want you to get a taste of what we're covering in this Life Domination coaching group. Again, this is something I'd love to have you be a part of. What is the Life Domination coaching group? Well, it's a way for you to grow in every area of your life. An accountable group mastermind, just a place where you can grow based on teaching, but then supplied with personal interaction with me, as well as a whole bunch of other people just like you and me that are trying to improve their lives. People will come to my pages and they'll find inspirational quotes or inspirational sayings, motivational things. But that's not going to change your life, man. As I always say, the only thing a motivational quote's going to do for you is help you survive another bad day. It'll only help you to keep tolerating a life that you don't like. If you really want to change your life, and I mean really, you really want to start meeting those goals, doing the things that are going to create the kind of changes in your relationships, in your finance, in your business, in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, you need a systematic way to start to pursue that. So because I can't meet with everybody personally, I had to figure out a way to do this. And so the Life Domination Coaching Group is that. It is 5 videos each week, and it's all shown in a private Facebook group, which I administrate. So you and I get a chance to work together. As I said, other people in there are there as well. It's very inexpensive, very easy to do. You can do it all from your phone if you want to, because again, it is in a private Facebook group. So if you'd like to learn more, visit the link below, metalmotivation.com/life domination coaching. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.